Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's just nah.
All right, quiet.
Don't want my nose there. Too close.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back into the garage, episode number 190.
Holy.
We are rolling
Damn.
along like there's no tomorrow.
What?
Welcome in.
Oh.
If you're listening to your podcast, we appreciate you. I'm not going to say everybody says follow on your favorite podcasting. We don't have favorite podcast apps. Nobody has a favorite podcast app. We just listen to podcasts however we can.
Just follow us.
So just follow us.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to the
On your
podcast,
favorite podcast app.
welcome into the show. If you're watching on the live stream, appreciate you. If you're watching later on YouTube, we appreciate you as well. As always, my name is Tyler Werner. With me is Vince Wheatley.
That.
All right, let's go. Tim, I'm going to stop introducing you. If you guys
Oh,
can't
dang it.
be mature about this.
Hello.
I just want you to be late for your
Hi.
soccer game.
Yeah.
How are you?
Before we get started, we have two quick things we gotta go over. That is updated news stories based off of things that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
The snow leopards died.
So yeah,
Oh.
I do the news reporting here.
Oh.
3 snow leopards from the Lincoln Zoo have died of COVID-19. We said that they got them. The Siberian tigers have recovered fully. Thank God. But I do just want to say that the snow leopards were probably my top 3 favorite exhibits at the zoo. I mourned for them deeply the other night. I actually cried. So I do want to take a moment of silence for these 3 victims of COVID-19. These 3 snow leopards who are cute, adorable, and my favorite animals at the zoo.
Get vaccinated.
Okay. Pour one out. Sorry. All right. So, God rest their souls. And the other news update
Oh,
I
buggers.
wanted to discuss, John Gruden is suing the NFL
Let's go, John.
about his emails that were released. I want to say good luck, John. Do you not understand what kind of lawyers that 32 billionaires can afford? Like, John has no chance.
Yeah.
John is going to
or John's going to mysteriously die of old age.
He might. John Gruden might get COVID-19 and die. There are many ways.
Allegedly.
There are many ways for the NFL to eliminate John Gruden, and his career's over with now. He could have bounced back, maybe calm down for 2-3 years, maybe make a comeback. That is over now.
Yeah.
Him and the NFL are completely broken up. This is a very ugly divorce, and he will never come back from this.
Think he'll ever maybe coach in college?
Yeah, he could, but
Nebraska?
who cares?
What?
I'm kidding.
How can you already burn the ashes?
Well, hey, in other news, I do want to talk about some of the news because Scott Frost it was confirmed from Nebraska's athletic director, Trev Alberts, that Scott Frost would be back for the 2022 season on the condition that he fired his entire offensive staff effective immediately.
Yeah.
How do you – I want to hear what Vince thinks. Vince, it's funny because when we first talked about this year, at the very beginning of the year, after game 1 against Illinois, I go, that's it. Fire Scott Frost. We're done. This experiment's over. And Vince was like, well, it's just game 1. We got some time. We have both completely flipped our script. I'm saying we need give Frost more time, and now Vince is saying fire him immediately.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on him coming back in 2022?
I mean, I'm not surprised. Obviously, I knew firing him right now wouldn't happen. There's no chance.
I think it's good from Trev Alberts. I think it's a good move from his position. Like, hey, I didn't hire you. I'm new here, but based off of things that I've analyzed, what I've seen over this season, I'm going to give you a shot. I'm going to give you one more year. We need to make some changes because obviously some things are definitely not working out, but I'm going to give you a fair chance, and we'll go from there. Restructure the contract.
At reduced pay.
And reduce pay. I think it's a very good move from Trev Alberts.
Yeah, and I also saw, just recently they were talking about the programs in college football that have the most paid coaches that aren't working for them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so Auburn actually beats Nebraska. Nebraska's only number 2, so
Thank heavens.
So
I thought we were done paying everybody except for Riley, I suppose. Or are we still paying?
Well, but you got to think of the assistant coaches' salaries and stuff too that are under contract, so that kind of builds up.
Yeah.
But
we're number 2. We're not number 1 anymore. So
do you think there will be a change at quarterback in 2022?
no,
You don't think so?
not a chance, man. Look, come on, Tyler.
We can only hope.
Yeah, you know that
But
he's
I
not
don't
going to.
know.
Martinez has been playing with a broken jaw, a bum knee, a bum ankle, and they're still putting him out there.
And a bum football IQ.
Yeah, and they're still putting him out there no matter what. There's no chance that he's ever going to not play next year.
So if that's the case, then Scott Frost is getting fired next year.
I would hope.
That we predicted. He is going to die on the Martinez Hill.
Yeah. Oh,
guys,
definitely. And don't get me wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about all. I hope Scott somehow just flips it next year, right? I hope I'm wrong. I'm not trying. I don't want to be this guy that's like, oh, Scott Frost is the worst. I was on the Scott Frost train, We called
him Coach Daddy Frost for a solid 2.5 years.
Yeah, even with the losing games, we were still calling him Daddy. And so I would still love to do that. But as of right now, I
want him to be my daddy.
Yeah, I want him to be.
He just refuses to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do anything right. So it's just like, until he can prove to us as Husker fans that he deserves the job, then get rid of him. I don't want him.
And he is essentially firing himself from calling plays again, isn't he? Essentially, is it really what he's doing? I don't know.
No, he won't. Yeah, he'll still do that.
Well, it sounds like he's just like he wants to find a coordinator that can do it all, and he doesn't have to do that. But I don't know.
Honestly, I think he should. I personally don't like head coach play callers. I don't think that's your job. I think as a head coach, it's your job to manage the coaching staff and manage the players. That's your job. You don't need to try to throw in game planning and play calling because that is a huge task in of itself. That's why you pay coordinators to do that job. Because as a head coach, it's your responsibility to make sure the ship is running smoothly and tightly. You're not worried about what's an apt metaphor here. You're not worried about controlling the cannons or pulling down the mast. I don't know ship terminology. You don't need to be worried about
Tyler is never a sailor, even though that's your handle on some things. But
Sailor Tie, check it out. Snapchat. And maybe Instagram. But yeah, I think it might be a good thing for Scott. Let him kind of reel him in. Like you're trying, man. You're trying to do too much. You're burning yourself out. Get a guy who can call plays. You manage the players. You manage the teams. Figure out why a kicker can't make a field goal and move on from there. Which, speaking of, I have a video planned out in my head. I will be shooting a film, hopefully with your guys' help, of me kicking field goals that I am going to email. Okay. I'm going to email to Scott Frost and Trev Alberts if I can find his email address. Okay. So virtually, I'm going to be kicking field goals, but I need you guys to stand there with your hands raised like I'm a real defense.
Oh, I'll rush you if you want.
You have to give me a few seconds.
Right, we can give Tim. He can be the edge blocker.
No. So this will be an Oklahoma drill kicking style. So I'll be going up to kick. Tim will be blocking Vince, and you'll be bull rushing me, and I'll prove that 45 yards and under, I'm clutch. Listen, that is a huge step from where we are now.
Yeah, I want to know how we pay that kid. Is it South Carolina or San Diego State? He had 3 80-yard punts in a row.
Oh, I didn't see that.
3 games in a row. Yeah.
I did see.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No,
yeah.
Who was the? It was
technically it was 80, 80, and 79. They didn't want to give him because he stepped he was 1 yard.
Who's the kicker? I think it was Mississippi State or something. Kicked a 62-yarder.
Yeah. How much do we need to pay these kids?
Yeah. So I'll be very clear. I'll be very clear in my video. I cannot do 60 yards. Okay? Yeah. Let's just put that. But I am accurate.
And our offense can get to the red zone. They just can't score. Yeah. So
extra points, I'm your man.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the state of Nebraska that we're in, and like we've said, it's kind of said we've said this for the past 4 years. We're reduced to this yet again. The only thing that matters is beating Iowa. I don't care about a bowl game. I don't care about anything. We just need to beat Iowa. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And let's do it.
We won't.
Yeah, I'm all out of hope for these last 2 games. I don't know.
Really, the defense still has me inhaling some.
True, but at the same time, we don't have Doman, so.
Get out of here, children. Close the door.
You're not allowed in the garage.
Garage is 18-year-olds and older. 18 plus. Thank you. Where are their mother? Where's their mother? Unbelievable.
Cooking dinner, maybe. Doing other house things.
Listen, if you become a mother, you have a sole responsibility to do my laundry, cook me dinner, and take care of the children the entire time.
I didn't catch it. What?
I just think it's funny.
I didn't hear what you said.
The
Sorry.
misogyny. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
Gosh, he doesn't care.
Tim's tuned out my misogyny at this point. I can say anything I want. Tim just has little earmuffs on. No, I can't hear. I do want to on the record. This is copyrighted. Everything that I say and do is representative of Tim's beliefs and thoughts. All right, well let's get into it. Big week. United States soccer team played against Mexico Friday night for a World Cup qualifier, and we beat Mexico for the third time in a row. 3-0 against Mexico this year. Oh boy,
Mexico's over.
They're done. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
the country's in collapse.
I've said this before, and I'm going to do it again, but I hate referencing people's comments online, but this one is so perfect. There's a guy on the USA Reddit.
Take credit, Tyler.
Said,
Just
no,
take credit.
Okay. Yusuf Munsa dog walked Herrera all game long. Great picture, great metaphor, and it's so true. It was so great seeing Herrera and Ochoa virtually crying. We've given a little bit of respect to Ochoa in the past, but let's not forget he still plays for Mexico. Mm-hmm. He's still not the U.S., so ipso facto, we still hate him.
Yeah.
And so Christian Pulisic was on limited. He's coming back from injury. Obviously, our best player. He's our star. He's even Thomas Tuchel, the Chelsea coach who he plays for, Tim.
Okay.
He said, please be gentle with him. He's just coming back from injury. Like, don't overdo it. So he was pretty much limited to the last 25 minutes of the game. He gets subbed on in the 65th minute. Within 4 minutes, he scores a goal from a great ball from Timothy Weah. He puts it in, and he runs over to the corner and pulls up his jersey, and there's something written on his shirt, which ESPN didn't show for whatever reason. I don't know. Did they not have corner cameras, or maybe they didn't want to offend anybody? I don't know.
Yeah, they thought there was probably going to be some
stupid.
Yeah.
But Christian Pulisic had "man in the mirror" written on his shirt, which means nothing to you, Tim, but let me give you some backstory here, some context. The keeper for Mexico, Ochoa, he said in a press conference recently that the United States needs to look in the mirror and stop trying to copy Mexico soccer. So Pulisic had "man in the mirror" written right on his shirt.
That's awesome.
We didn't weep, Ochoa. Yeah. We didn't weep, Mexico. This is our continent now. We are the soccer gods, and we have dethroned them. It felt so good. It was in the Weston McKennie scoring. It was just it was the chef's kiss right on top.
We're bringing the World Cup home. We're doing it.
We're skipping guitar. We're just bringing it straight here. Oh man, it was just. It's amazing beating your rival 3 times in a row with a young group of people. Mexican's old. Herrera's getting old. You saw that. His conditioning was awful. He played terrible. Ochoa's got to be pushing 40 at this point.
Right.
And
he looks great, though, for his age, I have to say. As much
Ochoa?
as I hate the guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He does have some nice locks.
Yeah.
Nice. He has the good headband look. I appreciate that. I did legit. I don't even remember his name. Rodriguez? No, it wasn't Rodriguez. The bald guy with the soul patch gouging Brandon Harrison's eyes. I was ready to jump through the TV and fight. Tim watched.
I was watching it. Yeah,
Tim, he sent a group text and he's like, "What is going on?" I'm like,
I started watching like right at halftime, right after halftime. So,
yeah, that's pretty tame stuff,
so,
actually, Tim, for the USA soccer.
This is it.
That was pretty brazen and nothing like that guy. I don't know. Did they even give him a yellow card, or they?
Yeah, they gave him a yellow card for his act before that. The ref didn't even see him gouging his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Go away.
But yeah, it's stuff like that that makes the Mexico-United States rivalry fierce. And I love Zach Steffen running all the way down the field from the goal line to come fight that. Like, let's go. So he got a yellow card, obviously. But yeah, what he did was dirty in the first place, like tackling Aronson while he's on the ground, trying to prevent us from taking a quick free kick.
Yeah.
That's some cheap stuff there. And then the whole grabbing of the face and dragging, like, that's vintage Mexican soccer right there.
Yeah, it was getting pretty dirty at the end there.
We took it to him.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So how many guys can't play the next game because of the
Weston McKennie can't.
Yeah.
So they pretty much sent him home.
Yeah.
So they replaced him with James Sands.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. I think everybody else is good.
Right. I thought there was like 2.
Well, we got some more yellow cards, but he was the only one who already had an accumulation in which he couldn't play the next game. But I think we're fine with Jamaica against Weston McKennie without Weston McKennie.
Yeah.
So, right, I hope.
Yeah.
So yeah, we actually had a date set up. Vince was gonna come over and watch it.
Yeah,
I made him a pizza and everything. Homemade pizza.
I took a bit of a nap, about a 16-hour nap. I got home from work around like 4, and kind of got cleaned up and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, I should probably nap a little bit before I go watch, USA Mexico.
You gotta be
right?
well rested
oh,
for
yeah.
that.
I gotta get mentally prepared, everything like that. So I was like, I'll lay down. I set my alarm clock, everything, and I lay down, and I wake up. And I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't hear my alarm. Like, what the hell? And I look at my phone. It says 8. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm late. And then I see on the side, it says USA Mexico highlights. And I'm like, what? And I look, and it's like USA beats Mexico 2-0. I was like, what the fuck? And I look, it's light outside. I'm like, what year is it?
Where am I?
Yeah, I was very confused. I was lost.
Wow.
I was lost Saturday morning. I had no idea what the hell was going on.
That's a weird feeling. Yeah.
It was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not an anxious person. That I got a little anxious after that one. So
Vince, do you know what year it is?
2021 still?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting close to 2022. But yeah, I thought the world had ended or something, and the world had forgotten me, left me in my bedroom to live the rest of humanity by myself.
There was actually the apocalypse, and
Yeah,
you
and I
just woke up from a nap.
And I slept through it, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So, yep, USA Soccer, I just want to make a formal apology. I'm sorry I missed this great game against Mexico. I was there in spirit, even as I was dreaming. I was dreaming of a win, but...
He literally dreamt of Weston McKennie scoring a goal.
Oh, yeah.
And it came true.
Yep.
Vince, you should actually just sleep through every USA game from here
Maybe
on
I
out.
have to. Damn it. I'm just got to miss every World Cup game. Fuck.
And also, I think the biggest news here is that Tim,
Hmm.
on his own accord, turned on
Yeah.
the television and watched
Proud
the
of
U.S.
you.
soccer game.
Yeah.
You have officially
Proud
been
of you,
indoctrinated into our little cult of fandom.
Yes.
Yeah, I turned it on, and it was getting pretty exciting. Like I said, that it helped that we scored like right after I turned it. Well, I guess it was like
So we have
Like,
the formula.
15
on
minutes
how to
after.
win. U.S. Greg Berhalter, we have the winning formula. Vince has to be sleeping, and Tim has to just tune in the middle of the game. That's how we score goals.
Yeah.
We'll try it next time against Jamaica, I guess. I'd like to watch, but I'll sacrifice anything for USA Soccer. I will sacrifice anything. My cats, my friendships.
I was very lonely watching the game.
I know.
There was
I'm
one tear going down my left cheek of pure loneliness.
And
then-
another
and then-
tier of just
Of joy as
of ex-
Christian
yeah.
scores. It's a mixed bag of emotions for me. I tell you what. And also there was some other great positive news that happened this week, and this actually is very petty, but I don't care. After 17 seasons, Chris Wondolowski has announced his retirement from soccer. Good riddance. Thank God you're gone. All you have been is a disgrace to this country, and you single-handedly gifted Belgium a World Cup victory over us. Thanks, but no thanks. I hope you're poor with your money and you blow all of your earnings and you go bankrupt and are living on the streets and become a bum in San Jose.
Jeez.
Jesus.
I mean, yeah.
What
that was a little harsh.
I'll just
was this guy a keeper or what?
No,
or-
Chris Wondolowski was a
Oh.
striker for them else for many years. He played for the U.S. a little bit. He came in as a sub in the World Cup in 2014,
Okay.
in which Landon Donovan was cut, I will remind you, for this guy who comes in overtime, is sitting 5 yards right in front of the goal. The ball comes to him to tie the game, to take it to penalty shootouts, and he kicks it over the bar somehow, 5 yards away.
Yeah.
There are certain unforgivable.
that's-
There are certain unforgivable acts.
Yeah.
The Bible talks about it in the book of Acts.
He forgot that it wasn't.
It says the only
MLS.
unforgivable sin is not accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and missing a goal against Belgium over the crossbar from 5 yards out. Those are the two unforgivable sins.
And because of that, you made me and Tyler look like fools at the Pinnacle Bank Arena.
We kind of did that ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, it was mostly his fault, though.
I mean, we were yelling profanities at Kevin De Bruyne before that happened.
Right, but it definitely
It
took a
escalated,
step. Yeah,
yeah.
like we were still riding that line, I feel, and then Wondolowski, he pushed us.
Yeah,
over
he
the
put
line.
he yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you know.
thanks, Chris. Thanks.
I
for
won't go as
nothing.
far as Tyler, but fuck you.
Hey, I'm not. I'm not wishing any harm on him. I just hope he has a very hard life from here on out. That's all. It's a total difference. Anywho, we have some things we need to talk about real quick with the NFL, and I think this is going to be the last time that we ever address off the field issues with the NFL, because this soap opera,
it's going crazy
stuff that's going on, I can't handle it anymore. Okay. Like, I know it's good for ESPN and maybe for this podcast if people tune in for that. I don't know. But it's just hard to handle. This is just too much. So what happened was Adam Schefter, which, before we get into this, Adam Schefter has really dropped a lot of notches in my book, personally, over this past season. And it might be my own fault for being ignorant. So, it's very clear now that Adam Schefter is a puppet for certain owners around the league, and they say, "Hey, dance monkey," and he says, "Yes, sir," and he does it, and it's become very evident. And maybe it's my fault for being ignorant to the fact that that's not what he has always been. So that could be on me. But things just like it started off with the whole Aaron Rodgers thing during the draft, where he's like, reports are coming in or whatever that he's unsettled, all this stuff. And then he comes out afterwards, because he tweeted that the day of the draft. And it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on in Green Bay? And then he comes on to, the Dan Patrick show later that week. He's like, oh, I wasn't reporting anything. I was just saying things that have been accumulating over the past entire offseason. Bullshit. You framed that in a certain way that was somewhat false. And it peaked like literally hours before the draft. So that strikes one. And then he's been coming out doing things throughout this year. And then what brings us to this point is this week he releases some stuff about Dalvin Cook. Now, we actually don't have all the evidence. I don't know if anybody knows what's going on. So he says he first tweeted that he was a victim of domestic abuse. He's the victim here. And then later on reports that actually, no, it's the other way around and that he was the abuser. And now there's all this stuff going on with Dalvin Cook. And it's just like, and this all happened like a year and a half or 2 years ago. And it's all coming to light now. And it's just, it's peak, like it's literally peak drama. And I've had enough. Okay. Here's the deal. These are players, these people who are paid, and they're not just paid to do this. They are glorified to strap a helmet onto their head and slam said helmet into another human being as hard as they can again and again and again and again. Okay? They are violent creatures by nature, and we magnify them for it. Okay, they probably have anger issues. That's
some, yeah.
Yeah, it probably comes with the gig. So maybe I don't know. I'm not trying to defend him of domestic. So I'm just saying I watch football for what goes on the field, okay?
Yeah.
I'm sick of everything that's going off the field. I don't care who these guys are. I don't care what they do. Just let them put their helmets on and smash their heads into somebody else again and again. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm being insensitive. It's like, here's an apt metaphor. What if in the Roman era, like, what if gladiators were held to the same standard? Like, everybody piles into the arena and they're fighting and they're like, oh, this guy beats his girlfriend. Get him out of here. This violent guy that we cheer on, turns out he's violent outside this arena too. Wow, cancel him.
Well, I think they just stoned you to death. That was getting canceled back then. Yeah. That's or you get thrown into a pit with a tiger.
You didn't stone no gladiator. Yeah, you throw him in there with a tiger.
Yeah.
It's just it's funny because football is modern day gladiators.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess
I don't
as a
know.
society we hold our people to a higher standard as well than the ancient Romans.
Humans have always glorified athletes, I think, just in general.
Yeah. No, I have no idea what's going on with the Dalvin Cook thing, but
Adam
I
Schefter's
just wish
making it even more confusing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it seems to be the way that media goes nowadays, and maybe we need to start kind of taking a page out of that book. Maybe we'll blow up if we just start saying random shit on the internet. It could be true. We don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Who cares?
Last week we joked about becoming a Miss Private Jet on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll just start doing it from the podcast page. Well, No, because when it says podcast, I think it gets a little bit less merit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Adam Schefter, it's just a stupid podcast. So maybe I still have to create the fake name.
Yeah.
All right.
Come up with an alter ego.
So each one of us has to come up with a NFL rumor.
Yep, that's it. Each one of us does our own thing. We just tweet out all separate, just the most ridiculous, lambastious things.
Tom Brady touched me in 2001.
Well, I mean, he touched his kid.
Gets him out of the mouth.
On video.
First all,
child pornography.
First all, 3 seconds.
I was only 11.
I didn't even kiss my wife that long.
Yeah. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Anyways.
So yeah, that's the last bit of off-season drama we ever talk about until next week when something else happens.
Something else crazy happens that we can't ignore.
That we'll try to ignore, but it'll
mid-season is always when the crazy shit starts happening. I mean, people get in trouble.
I don't remember it ever being like this, though.
This is definitely a tidal wave.
Yeah.
It's usually a slow trickle.
It's because the news media outlets have had to try to keep up with. So in business, especially if you worked in the corporate world, you look at your numbers from last year, and that's your goal for this year. You have to beat those numbers that you produced in last year's sales. Mm-hmm. That's what it is for the NFL. Last year, with COVID and everything, media got a bunch of clicks. They had all this success. Now they're using that as their measuring stick for this year. So now we have to go above. We have to beat our numbers in order to get our bonuses this year. Yep. So, Schefter, you tweet whatever you have to tweet. Any fabricated drama you have, any news you have from the previous 15 years of something that anybody has ever done via email or in person, you let us know and we'll put it out there.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of where we're at now as a society. In positive news that deals with on-the-field stuff, Cam Newton was signed by his alma mater, the Carolina Panthers, and I love Cam Newton. I don't know what point in my life that I fell in love with Cam Newton, but I love Cam Newton. I'm so happy for him.
It's very weird.
It's the outfits apparently.
I'm attracted to his
fashion.
His lady hats and his I don't know what else he wears on his head or his handkerchiefs.
Coming off awfully misogynist about there. Okay.
It was a big
comfortable with his sexuality, sir.
Big misogyny
Nothing wrong
episode.
with that.
I don't.
Called them lady hats.
What's wrong with lady hats, Tim?
Sorry, Kentucky Derby hats. Are you happy?
I'm just saying.
Kentucky Derby hats that are worn by women. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You don't know what his gender identity either, so
I don't care.
Exactly.
Why
does it gotta be a lady hat?
I don't, and actually it doesn't make sense. Tyler, I don't know. It's probably needs to come out of the closet eventually because it's just.
I've been very clear and open on my attractiveness to Cam Newton, especially his smile. I mean, you go back to Garage Talk Podcast episode 16, QB Looker.
Yeah.
I rated him within my top 5 because of that smile. I've been very open about my sexuality towards Cam Newton. Maybe that's when I fell in love with Cam, when I had to objectively look at these quarterbacks and how physically attractive they were. Maybe that's when I fell in love with Cam.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I'm excited he gets his chance. So it's so funny because when John Tepper and Matt Rule John Tepper, whoever the hell the Carolina Panthers owner's name is, when he showed up and got Matt Rule, they said, "Hey Cam, thanks for your services. Get out of town. Your services are no longer required here in Carolina." And then they go out and get Teddy Bridgewater, which, I mean, I feel like the Carolina Panthers were the only ones surprised by who Teddy Bridgewater was. He's a stop quarterback at best, stopgap quarterback at best. We all knew that, and they're like, "Well, he's not winning us games." Well, he's never shown that he was going to win you games. So they got rid of him, brought in Sam Darnold, saying, "Hey, Sam Darnold's actually really good. It's just that the Jets are so bad. Bring in Sam Darnold." Sam Darnold is maybe it wasn't all on the Jets' fault. And then he gets hurt, and now they're like, okay, what do we do now? Cam Newton's sitting there like, hey guys, you remember when you fired me? And I think they paid him $9 million. Like they're like, hey Cam, we're wrong, you were right. We're dumb, you're smart. We're ugly, you're very attractive. Like, take this $10 million money bag as an apology, and please come help us play quarterback. Which so far we're into the almost halftime. We're at halftime, and he has a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown on 2 touches, on 2 snaps.
So who's playing outside of the red zone?
No, I was watching red zone when I saw this, so I don't actually know.
Oh well,
we all have smartphones. We could look up who is starting.
Oh, I can't
it's
remember.
It's PJ Walker. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
PJ Walker.
Philip.
Is that PJ's name? Philip?
I guess. I don't know. That's what it says on Google.
Okay.
Philip Walker.
Yeah, so PJ Walker, who was a XFL superstar.
That's right, yeah.
For a few weeks until COVID canceled his league. But he got a chance with the Panthers, and here he is. He's
throwing interceptions.
He's throwing interceptions and on occasion driving the team down the field so Cam Newton could get all the glory.
Yeah.
But it's also a thing. I mean, the Panthers are struggling with stadium sales. People have turned down their previous season ticket holders have given up their season tickets. They had, against the Patriots and other teams, they had a predominantly visiting crowd at their own home stadium. Cam Newton is going to, I think, alleviate that. People in Carolina love Cam. Yeah. If I love Cam, people in Carolina definitely love Cam.
You mean the giant AR whatever or alternative reality? Is that what you call it? The big Panther that didn't do it for him. You remember,
what?
You remember that? About? Remember that video like where the augmented reality thing? Yeah, like the giant Panther, like the first game of the season, like they showed the video, like you could on your phone look at the stadium and there's this like CGI Panther that was walking around the stadium. Oh fuck! Find the video, Jesus Christ!
I'm just trying to say, what's your point here?
That didn't get people in the stadium. I don't know.
You thought
the VR. I mean, it works for the
AR.
It's AR. Reality. Yeah. That's I don't believe it. We're not in simulation theory. We're in augmented reality theory. That's what I'm going with. Yeah, good for Cam. Glad he's back, and I hope he has. I hope Panthers win the rest of their games and they make it to the playoffs. That's what I'm cheering for.
All I'm gonna say about the Panthers is that Amir Abdullah deserves better than having to play behind Christian McCaffrey. Of course, he's never gonna get to play. It's very unfortunate.
Abdullah's been virtually a special teamer since he's come into the NFL.
It's just sad. I want him to.
I think he had some yards with the Lions for a minute, and that was like the most he. I think.
Yeah, well, Abdullah had his issues that he had in college followed him into the NFL. Ball security was a huge issue, and when it's in the NFL, dude, if you don't, ball security is job security. You put that ball on the turf a couple times, you're gone, and that's kind of how it is. And now he's up there in age and doesn't have the same explosiveness that he used to have when he's. But I'm glad he's still in the league. I'm glad he's still getting paid and getting opportunities. So I'm not going to complain there.
For sure.
We're watching the Broncos right now.
Yeah.
10-17, losing to the Eagles.
Yeah.
3-6. It's so funny, man. Denver's looked so bad this year, but they're right there in the AFC West. They're easily. I mean, they're one game back.
This is every season. Tyler.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Well, not with the Chiefs. I mean, the past couple years, the Chiefs have gone on 8-0 runs and stuff.
Right, but I'm just saying that they're even when it was the Chiefs going on 8-0 runs, we would still only lose to the Chiefs by like less than a touchdown.
Is Vic Fangio the definition of mediocrity?
Might be.
I mean, if you look at mediocrity in the Oxford Dictionary, it's a picture of Vic Fangio.
This is why football has been such a bittersweet mistress to me, because I watch college football and I see the Huskers lose. Like what? We've lost to top 25 teams by like less than 20 points, I think now, or something like that.
Combined, you mean?
Combined. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe the Broncos. Nope, same goddamn story. Same fucking story. Different author. Just like, fuck.
Who plagiarized who in this metaphor?
I mean, the Huskers, I think, have been doing it longer right now. Well, no. The Broncos might have been doing it longer.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So
I don't know.
I'm just very sad.
I mean, at least the Broncos have won a championship in the last 20 years. So
it's true. But I just keep
I don't know what that's like.
I just keep finding myself spiraling and spiraling. I tell you, the bigger they are, Tyler, it's no
The
joke.
harder they fall.
The harder they fall. Okay?
The tale as old as time.
You're at the top, man. When you're at the top, it just like when it all comes crumbling down, you didn't realize how far up you were. So it's just I'm sad.
I'll do anything for the Titans to win the Super Bowl. I will spend the rest of my life in misery if it means that this year the Titans get to win the Super. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you taste it, then that's all you want. And then when you don't get it, you become.
I see. I don't know if I agree with that. I think I just want to taste it once. I've never had that taste. I just need one little drop.
Just
in my
get
mouth.
in again.
It's so addictive though, Tyler. I don't think you understand. It's heroin. It is heroin. It was worse than heroin. Like, it's just everything about it. It's
You make me scared to win now.
I'm telling you, it should be. You should be scared, Tyler. Like, it is the greatest feeling.
I want it.
It's the greatest feeling in the world. But when it all comes like tumbling down, and the next season you barely get over 500, you scrape into the playoffs and get smoked by somebody. You're just like, what happened? And then the next year you don't even make the playoffs. You're like, oh no. And then it just shit rolls downhill.
It's a cycle.
From there. Yeah, shit rolls downhill.
Well, if we're gonna go with this metaphor, I think every Titans game from now on, I'm gonna strap a rubber band
Yeah,
around
dude.
my arm to make my vein pop out while I'm watching the game. Hey,
I'm sure this off season for the Huskers, something will happen where we're all just gonna be like, well, fuck, that looks like some pretty good hope dope. Well, can load up the pipe, I guess. Fuck.
But the Titans are on the right track. We beat the Rams last week.
Yeah, you did.
That was beautiful.
Mm.
Turns out Matt Stafford's no different than Carson Wentz.
That was John Stafford, not Matt. There's a difference. I saw somebody from Detroit comment that all right, you're gonna have to learn that every now and then, when he's good, he's Matt Stafford, but when John shows up,
Matt Stafford has
because
literally split personalities.
Yeah, his name is Matthew John Stafford. It has two biblical names.
He throws that pick six, walks the sideline, and Ryan's like, "What the hell, Matt?" And he's like,
"John now."
He's like, "It's John. Matt is gone."
God, no, we
so
were.
what
we were flat as
what
hell.
triggers the outburst of John? Do you think?
I don't know, man. That we got you guys.
Scary pass rush.
You guys I don't know where was that defense earlier this season? That was pretty.
What?
What?
What do you mean earlier this season?
When you played the Cardinals.
We are the only team. We are the only team
That's a good point.
in the NFL with 3 players who have 5 or more sacks. Our defensive front is dominant, and we have been even before we played the Rams. They just took a few games off against the Jets and the Cardinals.
Okay, yeah.
That's why, dude. I'm so scared, dude. Like, as a Titans fan,
It's
never
a lot of up and down.
because it's like, it's like, oh, we beat the Rams, we're so good, and then coming in, it's like, well, let's see. The Saints have a backup quarterback, backup running back, backup offensive line. Yeah, this is probably a game we lose. It's just, and it's like even
you let them come back too. I picked you guys
we
up.
still won. Stop.
Jeez.
But it's one of those things too, where they were talking. Even in the games, this is the first time the Titans have won 6 games in a row since 2008. That terrifies me. Do you remember what happened in 2008? We got the first seed, went 13-3, have a bye week, go into the playoffs, second round, play against the Ravens, and lose.
Is that Joe Flacco in those days?
Gosh. No, I think it was pre-Joe. I don't remember, honestly.
It might have been Flacco.
Dude, I don't even remember the Ravens before Joe. I mean, they had that
That's
one
what
year.
I'm saying.
They had Trent Dilfer, and then I don't know what
I
happened
don't know
for
how
a few
you
years.
remember all these names. These men have dissolved into obscurity. And
Isn't-
somehow Tyler Still's like, oh yeah, fucking.
Didn't they win it in 2000? Or no, wait, that was fucking Steelers won that year or something like that.
2008 Baltimore Ravens. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah.
Who was their quarterback?
Oh my bad. I could have just googled it right here.
Yeah. Laptop man.
Yo, it was Joe Flacco. Yep.
Yeah.
Gosh, Joe was old.
Yeah.
Elite Joe Flacco was old. Yeah, they won on a bullshit penalty and a fumble recovery. It was just awful. So yeah, so even the announcers are gonna give us kudos and like they're doing so good. And I'm like, well, you're just bringing up old painful memories. That's what I remember from 2008. I remember losing to the fucking Ravens in the playoffs. That's what I remember from 2008. Yeah, Kerry Collins was our quarterback at that time.
I don't know who that is. I
There-
don't know who that is. Man.
He was the Giants quarterback for them.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's okay,
Gi-
but that's
giving me information
that-
about him. I don't know.
That
him.
name sounds familiar, but I could not pick him out of a lineup. That's for sure. But
he's a white guy.
Yeah.
No shit.
He's a big, slow, fat white quarterback.
The only black quarterbacks in that time were McNabb and Vic.
Michael Vick was in prison at the time.
Yeah,
so
it was
like
just
Ron
McNabb.
Mexico.
So yeah, as a Titans fan, I'm never
Well,
safe. No matter what's going on.
there's no team that's really consistent this year, except for apparently not even the
Well, I think
not even the Cardinals are now
think
because
that's
they're
a
getting
cr-
beat by the Panthers.
Well, I think it's a credit to the NFL is that so many athletes, that we have so many good football players now and so many good coaches. It's really leveled the playing field, and obviously with injuries, that's going to level it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been an exciting year so far. I'm just saying, as a Titans fan of our long history of pain, I'm never safe. Like we could, if we won the Super Bowl this year, I'd probably they would be celebrating, kissing the trophy, like, wait, how are we gonna lose this? Like, how are we gonna mess this up?
It's safe, Tyler. You have the trophy. Who's keep it safe? Put it in a vault.
The ref could call something.
Yeah.
The NFL could go back and be like, no, there was a mistake.
Lock it away forever in
Yeah.
Titan Stadium.
But yeah. But I will ride the high. We're 7-2, 8-2 now. Feels pretty good. Long season left. I'm still so upset about the 17th game. Still upset about it. I don't think I'll ever get over it. Honestly,
About the what?
the 17th game.
I think you're
Oh,
crying
yeah,
about it
yeah.
more than the players are.
I know, because I care about my players more than they care about themselves. They're the ones who are putting the helmets on and running into a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one looking out for their health. I should be the leader of the NFLPA. I would do so much more for the players than whatever dipshits they have in charge right now.
Oh,
And if I was like, hey-
they'll have a lockout here probably next couple of years
Good,
or
and they
whatever.
should.
I'm sure
Because the
it'll
NFL is going
happen,
to try to
yeah.
push an 18th game on them
Yeah.
and steal more money from them. I'm serious. I will protect these players to my death. Like, hey, we want to throw in an 18th season. Fuck you. Roger's like, well, hold on. No. There's no negotiation here. We're not playing an extra game. Well, no, I don't care. You're done. Shut your mouth.
The only negotiating we'll
We
do
are
is
the
go-
product. Let's see you old fat billionaires go out and try to put the product on the field. Because
Yeah.
guess what? It ain't happening.
Yeah. We're walking out. You guys are going on the field.
Yeah.
Strap up.
Get your jock straps on, and let's see what you could. That would actually be really entertaining.
I'd be down.
It might not be fair. Like, no, yeah, but I'm all for it. That's what's gonna happen. That's
No,
what I would do.
It should be all the NFL owners versus the mascots. Like, you know how they always have like the mascots versus kids games and
Yep.
shit, and the mascots always just like walk all. They're just stiff arming little children. It should be that, but against old billionaires.
It'd be like Jerry Jones, like hobbling down the field.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
He's not gonna make it. To
You remember the
much, man.
scrimmage that Kansas University did a few years ago, where they let that
Oh.
like 80-year-old guy come on the field,
Yeah.
and they let him like just run into the end zone, like
Well, jog like
And he's like,
walk.
where am I?
yeah.
brisk walk.
That might have been the most insulting thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I get doing it for a kid with cancer. That's cool. Lift him up. This is a man who probably fought in World War II, and now you're demeaning him so low that you're like, oops, I'm going to try and tackle you, but somehow I missed. Like, that's just so But that's what we need to do with the owners.
Yeah.
Except not pretend to tackle. Like, actually hit them as hard as you can.
Yeah, NFL players, if you're listening to this, elect me as the NFLPA
Hey.
representative. I will make this. I will put
You don't
their-
even believe
Sports
in,
improvement.
you
right
don't
here.
even believe in unions. Why would you want to be the head?
I don't
head
believe
of
in
the,
unions because I think they don't do a good enough job. Example, i.e., the NFLPA not protecting the players, having them get another game. Nobody liked this contract, but the NFL forced their hands because the NFLPA didn't do enough to stand up to the billionaire owners. That's what I would do, Tim. I am the representation of a union. Because
So what happens? When
I
the
have moral
billionaires-
integrity. I can't be bought.
I like how fast your face changed.
I couldn't say it with a straight face.
I mean, Jimmy Hoffa was a gangster, but he did definitely care about getting people great representation.
Exactly.
so,
I would represent the players like nobody's ever represented them before. And I think we should have this conversation because now I can't say anything without laughing after I realized how false that I actually am. How easily bought I would be.
The NFL players are like all excited. They get this. young guy,
Passionate guy who's-
like I'm gonna get everything
So-
you
for the
guys
people.
deserve.
you would
and then he
be
goes in that room. He walks back out, just kind of a little, like, kind of eyes down. It's like, okay, listen, guys.
see you can
18
you
games
can
isn't
be
actually that
I
bad.
know I promised some things, but think about it. You guys get paid more money too with an 18th game.
you can be you'll be like a mixture. You'll be like
They watch you
you'll
walk-
be corrupt.
They
You know,
watch-
taking money from people that you shouldn't, but then you also burn their cars or something like that. You know, like to get your way.
They watch
So
you.
I'd be, I'd be like
yeah.
the NFLPA Robin Hood.
Yeah,
They watch you.
you take their money and then
walk. They watch you like drive off the parking lot or whatever the NFL headquarters is, straight to the Lamborghini dealership.
I'm carrying one of those huge checks.
Yeah. It's like you said-
$250 million written on it.
That was in the negotiations. You're like, listen, I'll take this money, but it better be on one of those big checks.
I don't want a paper check.
Yeah. That was funny. That was a good sports improvement, though, I think, too.
Yeah,
Having NFL owners face the mascots. That'd be great.
that is
Yeah.
great. There would be a lot of broken hips. There probably would be a death.
Oh, yeah.
If we're
Like I
being-
said, Jerry Jones. Sorry, Jerry. You're not making it till next NFL season. I don't see it happening.
You don't think so?
No.
Money can carry your genetics a long way.
Well, are you saying that? Are
He's
you
gonna
are
die.
you putting Jerry in the Deadpool right now or
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Really?
Definitely.
Out of all the
He's not
owners, you
that
know Jerry?
old.
Jerry Jones?
Yeah, well,
you
I mean, he's
seen
like
him?
Let's look
80,
up
he's
how
like
old Jerry
80
Jones is.
80
It doesn't
No,
even matter. But it's like
se-
80, look at
82?
Just look at him though.
or maybe
He's 79.
79. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
does
I
look
think
older.
so.
He does look older than he is.
So he's already over the national average for men. Okay, which you expect because he is a billionaire.
But
Okay.
money does extend your lifespan. That's
yeah,
for
we
sure.
know that for
Yeah.
a fact. That is a fact. But he doesn't have much longer. That's for sure.
Do you know something that we don't on? Do you have like an inside track
Yeah,
on the
hey,
on
I
the
should
Dallas?
tweet this right now. Jerry Jones just died.
Jerry Jones has ass
Very
cancer
credible
or
sources.
something.
Jerry Jones like what?
Let's see. Robert Kraft is 80. Robert Kraft's older than Jerry Jones.
By months?
Let's see. Who's
Yeah.
the oldest NFL owner? Who is the oldest
McCaskey.
NFL? Who's that? Yep, McCaskey for the
the-
Cardinals.
No.
Oh no, that was after
Bears.
the death of Bill Baldwin.
Bears. What's
Bears.
her name? McCaskey from.
Oh yeah, she's
Down Bears.
97.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
Yeah, I
older
would
than
love
the
to see her
hills.
out of the field against a mascot. Oh, I feel bad. I look at her. She's like a cute little old lady. I feel bad.
She is an adorable old lady, but
Nope,
her-
she's
but,
a billionaire. She's the enemy.
But she technically
rich.
she owns a team, but her kids have run that franchise in the ground. Sorry, Larry.
Holy shit, Bob McNair died? Oh, yeah, that's right, because Cal's the... Okay.
Mm.
At what age? What age?
I don't know
What
what he
age?
was. We're talking... So, Janice McNair is 84. Bob McNair apparently died in 2018, owner of the Texans.
What did Bud Adams or Bud? Is it Bud?
Yeah,
Or-
Bud's
Bud-
dead.
Oh yeah, I know he's long dead, but like he was. I don't think he was that. Well, he was old.
Bud
but he-
was pretty old.
really.
Let's look it up.
Yeah,
Bud Adams was the...
he died of like hatred. Didn't
yeah,
he?
he was the former owner of the Tennessee Titans. Let's see. But he was... Oh, my gosh. He was born in 1923. Was Bud Adams in World War II? He very probably was. He was 90 when he died.
Yeah.
But shout out to Amy Adams Strunk, his daughter, who took over the team. Great woman.
Yeah.
She's not like the rest of the billionaires. She's better.
Oh, okay.
We call her. Our fandom calls her. She's mom, She's our mom. And she's done.
Eat the rich.
She's done an absolutely incredible job of running the Tennessee Titans organization. She came in because Bud Adams was he's one of the founders of the NFL pretty much. So he was just stubborn. And he overrode Jeff Fisher. He wanted Matt Leinart. He wanted to draft Matt Leinart, and Bud Adams was like, no, you're getting Vince Young. You're drafting Vince Young no matter what you like. He was way too hands on. Amy
Yeah.
Adams Strunk came in. She hired John Robinson, gave him the keys, and said, go build a football team, and that's exactly what he's done. So I love Amy Adams. So I think that she should be exempt from the playing against.
Not a chance.
That's right. I guess if I'm going to support the players, I do have to have equal treatment towards all owners.
Okay. How about this? any owner that votes for an 18th game.
Okay, there you go. Yep. So
Then-
you have a chance to
Yeah.
not be put in this
Ah.
gladiator pit
Yeah.
of death.
Right.
You have a chance to survive this, and that's a good selling point. I take that straight to the table.
You might survive this if
Yeah.
you vote no.
If you want to, if you want to live,
Yeah.
that is not a threat.
Yeah.
It's what's written in the contract. Oh man.
Now, that'd be fun. Well, I would want to be the coach of that team.
Which the owner or the
The
mascots?
owners. The owners. I want to be the coach.
Why? What would you call? What play calls would you do? I mean, what
It'd
What
be
makes you
running
so
plays
excited
all-
about it?
the whole time?
just run it right up the
Just run
gut?
it. Fourth downs, run it.
Who's your starting running back?
Jerry Jones. Just kidding. He'll be dead. Who's the owner of the Titans? Lady?
Amy Adams. Strunk.
Amy Adams. She's
No,
gonna be the
she'll
running
vote for the no 18 season because she's for the people as well.
back. Mhm.
Who's the Chiefs owner? That's
Oh,
who you
yeah,
want.
Yeah. No, he'll be center. I want him smashing his head into a mascot every time.
Clark Hunt.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
It sounds like a prank call name.
Of course it
This
is.
is Clark
I
Hunt.
have to say,
Is Clark Hunter
so
there?
my trainer for my new job is a,
He's pretty young, dude. He's born in 1965.
oh wow.
He's a youngin.
Yeah.
But what now?
He's
the,
56.
the owner or the trainer for my new job is a Chiefs fan, but I can tell he's not like a
Vince was fired
He's
this
not a-
week.
yeah.
He's
He's not a big Chiefs fan. and
has he
he's-
been a Chiefs fan long enough to know that they can't win
Yeah.
all the time?
Yeah.
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 Well, that's
he's-
good.
he's
That's
just-
less
he's-
annoying.
Yeah, it's been kind of. He's just like, oh man, it's just been so exciting seeing like them win and stuff. So he's been much more of a wholesome Chiefs fan,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is very.
He went through the
unlike
Brady.
other
He
Chiefs
went through
fans.
the Brady Quinn days.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Schottenheimer days.
Yeah. So
Heartbreak. All
he's
around.
been much more bearable.
They
Than
got the
like
corpse of-
99%.
He
of Chiefs
remembers the corpse of Dick Vermeil days.
Uh,
Enough on football. I'm very intrigued. Vince, I would like a No Nut November week. Was it week 3 update?
Oh, it's gonna be a very quick update for you.
it happened during this podcast.
In my truck. When I came in.
That's why you didn't see me trying to merge. God,
Yeah.
I knew there was something
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So hold on. So you failed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not a chance. And it wasn't because some nice lady, let me stick my penis in her or anything. Nope. It was all by myself. So
I was
So
alone.
You didn't even make it 2 weeks.
it's tough, man.
I was
I
all by
bet it is.
myself.
It's tough.
It is tough.
It's tough. So now I'm trying to go with
One
nut
nut.
every day November. From here on out, been doing great.
So
Usually the goal.
No,
I mean.
I want to dive deep into this. I don't want to just leave it as a joke. I mean, how did you feel a little bit of shame afterwards?
I feel a little bit of shame every time.
Well, I know you do, but I'm saying like,
I thought that went away after you're like 13.
Well, no, because if you're specifically trying not to do it,
Yeah, and Tim, when you're
yeah.
30 years old, almost 30 years old, and you're still can't find a woman to love you, it's just like, well,
I have a woman to
the-
love.
the
I have
the shame is exemplified even more.
I have a woman to love me. It's just she can't every day.
yeah,
so
so there's no shame in like when a married man has to do it. I get it. That's fair. That's fine. You have a woman
Yeah.
already
Yeah,
that loves you,
So stop projecting, Tim. Like not everybody's in your situation.
and I doubt you're shameful when you do it, right?
no, absolutely
Exactly,
not. It feels so
exactly.
much better. Your mind is clear because once if it builds up, you get some
Ooh.
strange thoughts of brewing.
So
What?
No, like have you ever heard a post nut clarity?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
So,
exactly.
I've never had it,
There's-
but I've heard of it.
so the existence of post nut clarity and pre nut confusion
Yeah.
or ignorance
Mm-hmm.
means that there must be concurrent nut learning. You're learning while you're about to.
Huh.
Think about
Like
that.
in the process of is
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Think about that.
Huh? Is that what happened to you?
I don't know.
Was it, okay? So
I've
I need
learned
to know.
nothing.
I need to know in this situation was there shame or was there clarity?
Yes.
Both. Okay.
Yes, there was.
So you had this like euphoria. You had
No.
this euphoria of clarity,
that I
but
fucked up.
but then the
That I'm
shame,
still alone.
and then the shame started to settle in and take hold of your emotions.
Yeah. I don't know. I assume it was like hard to walk around. Like, were you bow-legged by the end of it? Were you like it? Just
Tim, what goes on in your sexual life?
Just making joke.
I get it.
Building
I get
on his giant testicle
I get it.
claim, and
I already have to walk like that.
Yeah,
Claim.
that's true. Yes, I know. I've seen.
We have,
them.
we have,
Yeah,
we
I
have
was
a
about to
camera
say.
here. We can prove it.
Yeah. I'll
That-
show it.
Then we would get kicked off of YouTube.
But our
or-
patrons
or-
would at least be able to see it. Our
That's
patrons.
true. I don't know if you can do that actually, or even stream
It's live.
privately.
If they're
Oh,
watching it
that's
live,
true.
they would see it and boom, it'd get taken off.
Yeah.
The computer, and they're not even people watching it. It's computers.
Yeah.
They know what nuts look like.
They know what your nuts look like too. I'm sure. They have
They're
Snapchat.
out
They
there.
have they have the Snapchat records.
It's out there.
Well, Vince, I'm not mad that you weren't able to do it. I'm just
Disappointed.
a little disappointed.
I'm disappointed in myself.
I thought you were a man of like control and self-discipline.
with certain things.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
like I look at you, I'm like, I don't know how. I don't understand how Vince like doesn't drink as much as I do. Like that must have takes a lot of self-control.
It's not. It's laziness because I don't want to go to the store.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's why I have
it's-
to bring the beer.
That's why Tim brings the beer every week.
It's being broke. You know, I haven't had money until this new job. Now all of a sudden I do have money, so might be drinking a bit more.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's mostly it. It isn't like I said.
So it's not that you have so much self-control. It's just that.
It's a laziness.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
It's
sense.
laziness. I just don't like leaving my house. Like even coming here, I love doing this because this is just fun. It's fun hanging
But
out
it's
with you
hard.
guys.
But it's
But
hard.
leaving
They-
the house is the hardest part.
Vince could never.
So you could easily do No Nut November if you had to leave your house in order to
Yeah, if there was like
ejaculate.
if for some
yeah.
reason like human physiology didn't allow you to do it at your home for some reason, like then yeah, I'd just be like, well, I guess I won't.
So we don't ever have to worry about Vince being like a heroin or a meth addict because like you have to leave the house to do that most of the time.
Yep.
Probably you don't
So-
smoke weed either, because I mean, since it's not legal, it's even harder to go out and try to
Exactly.
get it. Like
And that's why
you can't just go to the store real quick.
yeah, that's why Magic's such a problem because I can just buy those online and they come to my door.
You know that works for alcohol too, right?
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, there's delivery for about anything actually now. So
Yeah, but
Even-
but again,
even
then I'm also,
masturbation.
but then I'm also, but then I'm also broke. Again, you have to remember.
Yeah.
So like delivering it costs more than just me having to go to the store
That's true.
to buy it. So yeah, it's funny how it all works. You know, I'm a very complicated man. Actually, there's a lot of depth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to dive
Yeah.
deeper into about that as well? I mean,
No, I kind of said that as like a joke, so I didn't know if how much more we. Would
well,
go.
I like to think that we're all complex to an extent. I mean, we're not just a bunch of three doofuses doing a podcast, and that's all there is. I mean,
There's an argument that could be made.
maybe we're actually way less complex than I
Yeah.
give us credit for.
Sometimes I think we try to be more complex than we are.
Now that's a twist right there.
Wow.
Maybe
It's a twist.
I'm not as smart as I think I am. Holy cow!
no,
No.
no.
Wow.
Don't say that, Tyler. No.
Very smart boy.
Yeah.
That's the most demeaning thing I've ever heard in my life.
Who's a genius? we're like everybody around Trump telling him,
You
like,
say-
no,
are you saying
you're great.
Are you saying my mom's been lying to me my whole life?
Never.
Oh,
She's a great woman.
you're
And if she has
Yeah.
lied to you, it's just because she didn't want to hurt you. Okay.
That's worse. That's demeaning. Wow. Well, I think we all learned a lot about ourselves today.
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
this could be like a group session. Like, I failed no nut November too.
Do you feel it?
No, I failed.
Oh, failed.
I failed as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's not fair because you guys are married, so you're just like.
I had sex a few times this month.
Yeah.
already.
Flex, man.
Weird flex, but okay.
It's not really a flex. It's just, I mean, I have to because I'm married.
Wait, is she? I can't make
What?
that joke again. I was gonna. Is she pregnant again?
Oh,
Have you learned yet? Oh, wait. I have one more story then before we leave. Wait.
if she was pregnant, I'd be in Mexico right now. I wouldn't be here.
I got one more story for us then before we go.
Okay.
Speaking of
Pregnancy.
avoiding pregnancy, so there was a recent technology show. I think it was in Germany.
Oh yeah, so good.
Ball. Yeah, there it is. Okay,
What?
hold on.
Is
Okay.
there new German ball technology? Was it?
Yeah. So, it was revealed. Let's see here. It got this product got an award, the Dyson Award. I don't know how prestigious that is, but it sounds good.
Like the vacuum cleaner guy,
It's spelled that way. I don't know.
or the guy that got tackled at the 1 yard line,
I don't know. It just says Dyson.
That's uncalled for, Tim.
This
That's a cheap
or
shot.
or the professor at Vanderbilt. Is it the same guy? No, I don't think it's
No,
the same
Kevin
guy.
Dyson's a.
It's Kevin.
He's a.
I'm thinking
he's a
there's-
principal
okay.
now.
Eric
At a high
Dyson.
and I just
school.
want you to know this.
He was in.
This
That was a
article.
touchdown.
Okay, this article is written by Dr. Robert Turner. Doctor. Okay.
All right.
So, anyways,
And when was it written?
October 16th of this year.
So we're a little behind. But
A
that's
little
all right.
bit, but it kind of started picking up steam here. So, but they were awarded the prestigious Dyson Award. It was created by Rebecca Weiss, a German industrial design
It's
graduate.
Rebecca Weiss.
It definitely says Weiss. Weiss. So, industrial
Smart-
design graduate
smart
from the
man
University
here.
of Munich, where she made a male contraceptive testicle bath.
Oh
So you
yeah.
literally- it's a
So
little
you-
jacuzzi.
So you dip your
You
balls. and-
teabag your balls into this little jacuzzi, and then it has microwaves that penetrate your testicles.
Soft boiling your egg.
Yeah, this sounds very like unhealthy.
And apparently, it'll
this
it'll
sounds
ster-
like a vasectomy.
it'll sterilize you for up to like 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then when you stop, you can just everything goes back to normal. All
You
all
s-
of their studies have shown that
After 3 months.
everything goes back to normal.
Huh.
And
What is
then
it-
you can get
But
up
what are
to
long-term effects if you do this for a long period of time? How
Could
long
you-
have they studied it for? That's the
Can't
question.
you can't you just shove your
I mean, 'cause I
balls in
totally-
a microwave? Would that work too?
Because I totally, I totally try this because like I'm done having kids, but like this is risky if you're like a man who maybe wants to have kids in the future. You know,
maybe it will give you super children later on.
Or
I don't know,
dis- or
what is it?
disformed.
What is it shooting into your balls again?
It's let's see here. It's actually not microwaves. It's ultrasound.
Ultrasound. Oh, okay.
So
So the sound waves.
this
So
whole
that's
time-
so
the
that's
whole
not
time
really
your
not
wife
really radiation.
was getting the
then, so-
ultrasound stuff. The doctor could have just been putting those to your balls, and they
so
wouldn't had to work.
yeah, that makes sense. I should have been like, all right, move over,
Me
honey.
next,
It's
yeah.
my turn on the table.
Yeah.
Give me the belly lube.
Rub it. Oh,
That
that got
is
weird.
cold. That is cold. They'll come back out in a second. I wasn't expecting them to be that cold. But,
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, and it says, joking. The product works by the one dunking can result in a few months worth of vastly immobilized sperm. So it just immobilizes the sperm, makes them confused. And it's called the COSO, COSO. It employs ultrasound deep heat for several minutes to temporarily halt sperm mobility in the testicles. So it's not like killing anything. It's not killing your
like
testicles.
puts
Paralyzing them.
It like puts
Yeah.
them to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they they can see the end zone, but they're like, I'm too tired to get there.
Can't move.
So they literally they drug your semen.
Yeah, basically.
The semen
Or-
have had,
or
the
hypnotize them, yeah.
semen have had too much rum
Yeah.
and they can't get up from the deck.
Yeah.
Lots
So,
of
I
shit.
don't know.
Lots of shit metaphors
What?
today.
Why doesn't alcohol do that? Why
That'd be
can't that
great.
do that?
If you could figure out a way to make alcohol like male contraceptive.
So
Oh.
like try to dip your balls in whiskey before you.
We would have so many less stupid kids,
Oh,
probably.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
but
anyways, I think
but,
this is
but a lot of
exciting
us
stuff.
probably wouldn't exist if that
One
were
for
a
me.
thing.
Yeah. I think this is exciting.
And one for you.
This is exciting stuff, though. I think because
We're making progress.
female
Yeah.
contraceptives
Yeah.
have always been very intrusive.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
male the male anatomy has not received enough rights up
For
to
sure.
this point in history
Yeah.
in our
I
society.
mean, we're still mutilating
at,
male
at,
genitalia
at birth. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
it's
you
I'm
know,
It's a
still
step
not
one
on
in
the
the process.
circumcision mutilation train.
it literally is, Tim.
I know it is, but
You know it is, but
eh.
You know it's genital mutilation, but
Eh.
You know
I-
what? We should start trimming women's like labia majora too. You know.
Hey Tim,
to make it look.
Tim,
nice.
It's not that big a
To make
deal.
Tim, I know technically.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Tim-
Let's just solder it off, right?
Tim, I know technically it's
I
rape.
didn't know it was
but,
happening.
man,
I was a baby. But God, Jesus
Yeah, we
Christ.
can do it to women when they're children too.
That's stupid. No.
Oh, that's stupid, Tim.
God.
Okay. Anyways, I think this is a
It
great.
already happened, Vince. Get over it.
I think this is a great product. It's
Hey,
awesome.
hey, Vince, I know you've been raped, but it already happened, so just get over it.
Have him put it back on if you want it so bad. Jesus.
Unfortunately, we can't do that, Tim.
Oh
Okay.
my God,
Once it's
okay.
happened, and it's over, and I can't get that foreskin back. So, anyways, I think this product is awesome.
We
The
really
fact
need to
that-
stop talking about
The
genitalia.
the fact that men
Grow up,
male
guys.
contraceptives, like, we literally get to give our balls a fucking spa day, and then all of a sudden we're good to go for
like
a
it.
few months and don't have to worry about stupid fucking children.
Shout out Rebecca Weiss,
Weiss.
a true international hero.
This is awesome. Also, it's really funny that this Dr. Robert Turner is using terms in his article like teabag and
His name, Tim. You just now we can't. The camera can't see Vince. You literally mic blocked him.
got it.
I think that's it though for the episode. Tim, come say goodbye before you rudely leave.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can never hold it in.
You should probably have that checked by a doctor, Tim. Your bladder
Or your prostate.
or your prostate.
Or maybe you need to get
Have you had a
that checked.
prostate check yet? You're pretty old. I think you're at that age.
Vince can do it later.
I'll do it.
Oh, this got.
I get tonsils deep in that bitch.
All right, we're done.
It takes
Thanks
what you had
everybody for
breakfast.
listening and watching. We appreciate you. Love you. Goodbye. We'll see you next week.